Welcome to another episode of Behind the Seams with George Courey Inc. Today, we're taking the show on the road in sunny Orlando, Florida at the Clean Show. And today, we're sitting with Rocco Romeo from HLS. Rocco, welcome to the podcast.
Great to be here.
All right. So, Rocco, we just wanted to talk a little bit about your relationship with George Courey. So, do you remember when it began and how important of a supplier is George Courey to HLS?
Probably way back in around 2014, 2015 when you just took over. We saw you at different shows, the Clean Show, Adams, and we started to develop a relationship. And gradually we started trying some of the George Courey products. One of the key things we really liked about George Courey is you would come and you would take time to understand our business. You would take time to understand our needs, and you weren't imposing what you wanted. You were actually taking the time to make sure what we needed was what you were able to provide.
So a curated approach to something.
Correct, yeah. Right? And that was something that allowed us to develop an ongoing relationship. It started off, with one or two products every year.
I remember the 2 sheets it started with.
That's
it was
right,
two
that's
specs,
right. That's right. But even that at the time, we valued that you took the time to understand what it was. A bit of an unusual order, but you came through and you got that particular order, and from there you're now our number one supplier of linen. So it goes to show you that paying attention to those types of details allowed us to foster a really strong working relationship to where we are now.
That's awesome. That's great to hear. Yeah. And so if you could describe George Courey in 3 words, what would you pick?
I would say reliable, dependable, and dynamic.
Oh.
I mean, at our organization, we know. If we need something, we call up Darren, and the next day it's at our plant. We value that. Everybody in our organization, not just me, the staff knows, if it's coming from Courey, we're getting it next day.
Right.
And that means something to us because there's a level of uncertainty in our business. Sure. And it's nice to know that we have a partner that, if we need something, they're able and they work really hard to get it to you as soon as possible.
Right.
And in the quantity we need.
Right, that's awesome. And so we like to talk with clients and say, okay, give us your hardest thing. Like, what's the thing that's bugging you the most? And let us try to solve it. Do you think we did that for you along the...
Yeah, you guys have been really, really good about, at many levels. You also have given us a lot of education, understanding just what goes on with textiles. I mean, you've been great even, with all of your speeches and talks about tariffs and what's going on in Pakistan and China. That provides us a lot of insight, and it helps us as well make some longer-term decisions on how long we should have a PO for, and some of the purchase, and making us understand. So we value the openness and the communication and the education that we've received as a partner of yours. So it's not just buying the textile, but understanding the worldwide economy and things that impact the textiles that we purchase.
And that certainly has evolved over time, right? I remember when I first started, there wasn't a lot of transparency. We kind of held cards close to the chest, but now it's like transparent. You know what we're going through.
Transparency and authenticity, I think, is the key words I like to use, because at the end of the day, when you can have an open, honest relationship that's transparent and authentic, then from that you get a lot of value.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you think are the types of things going on in the world right now that's impacting our industry?
Well, obviously, there's the tariffs. I mean, that goes without saying is one of them. I think we've seen a big shift towards from disposable back to reusable.
Okay.
One of the things I forgot to mention earlier was our OR surgical program. I mean, that was something that you guys really took time to understand what our needs were.
Right.
And that's a very niche, specialized part of our business. And you really delved into that part of our business to understand it so that we could get a strong reusable OR program.
Right.
And we do appreciate working with that. So that's probably something else that you've also helped us during the COVID pandemic. For example, when we couldn't get reusable, hairnets and shoe covers,
hairnets.
You came through, and now we have reusable hairnets and we have reusable shoe covers. So that's just an example of, where we've come to you in the past to think outside the box, and you've helped us so that some of these ideas, you said, no, we don't do it. You actually helped us find a solution
together.
To that.
We'll rarely say,
we're
not interested.
It was a partnership of innovation, collaboration, authenticity, and transparency.
Nice. So you mentioned tariffs. So how do you think that affects the Canadian industry?
Well, I mean, to some degree, we've been lucky because, as a Canadian company, you're importing directly into Canada.
Right.
So, I'm talking about the current U.S. situation with tariffs, so we haven't been directly affected per se on that. But even understanding, just as a general economy, even without that, where tariffs are coming from and what countries, that's also been very
It's the
helpful.
collateral damage from everything going on overseas because of the U.S. initiatives. It's going to impact Canada as well.
Yeah, and it's evolving, and I think every day it's a level of uncertainty for you.
Yeah.
And I think by you keeping us informed, we can ourselves also, make some better decisions, because it's certainly when this type of volatility is there, it affects you, and we appreciate you letting us know what's going on as well.
So what are you hoping to achieve here at the show, at the Clean Show?
I love the Clean Show.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always good to see what the latest and greatest is out there. It's also a great time to be able to network with people, see people again that you haven't seen in a while.
Right.
And even then, you learn a lot from what's going on in the industry and what's happening. So
Awesome.
really love coming to the Clean Show.
Great. Well, listen, thank you for being on this episode of Behind the Seams. Hope to have you on again.
It was great to be in a guest. I love it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Today, we're live from Orlando at the Clean Show. And I'm sitting here with Liz Remillong from Courey Linen Services. Liz, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
All right.
Happy to be here.
So, Liz, what are you seeing in the industry today? So what kind of trends are you seeing, and what are you hoping to learn from at the Clean Show?
Well, it's exciting to be here. Always looking for anything new in technology. I was over there watching a robot fold hand towels.
Really?
A robot.
Oh.
So that was kind of exciting to see that.
Okay.
And just looking for technology, any new software, any kind of new products that might make our folks' job a little easier.
Right. So trying to solve problems through automation, through robotics.
And just keeping up with what's the latest, greatest that helps out.
Right. And so you find that the Clean Show, it's a good place to see these kinds of
It's
things.
a good place to maybe see who's doing what, so you can set up time with them later, get more information.
Oh, nice.
And some new people here that, I've not heard of before.
Okay.
So kind of a nice introduction for those folks as well.
Oh, that's awesome too. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
There's a lot of new faces today. I mean, there's so much going on in the world.
Oh.
So I think it's attracting a lot of new people here to try to see what kind of business they
Right.
can garner up, right?
Right. And for those companies like ours that maybe we don't send a lot of people international to see, some of their technology, they bring it here and we get to see
Right.
what works for them.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. So
Yeah.
there's a lot going on at Core.
A lot going on at Courey.
And so what a great time to have so much going on, right? Because there's everything going on in the world of
Right.
textiles, if we bring
Right.
it to textiles.
Right.
So have you seen a lot of changes in the textile supply chain and in your day-to-day?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of changes over the last 40 years for me. New products coming out that make sense
Right.
from an operations standpoint,
Okay.
and customers love the new stuff.
Okay. So do you find like it's a good opportunity to merge like what's going on in innovation and textiles with the automation side and all that,
Right.
putting it all together here?
100%. I mean,
things work?
anytime we can buy products and combine it with technology to get things out faster and maintain quality,
Yeah.
we're all of us in the industry are all for that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So listen, I'm going to put you on the spot for 1 minute.
Okay.
So when you think of George Courey as a textile supplier,
Yes.
what comes to mind first?
Well, I mean, you've got great people. I
Okay.
mean, you've got a good group of people, and so you naturally.
Some of them are good.
You said, well, I'm not going to name names, but no, I mean, you're fun to be around. You've got good products, good services, and it's just enjoyable conversations. And I
That's
love
awesome.
I love your presentations on what's happening globally.
Right.
Very
Yeah.
informative.
It's so important for us to bring transparency, right? So they kind of lift that curtain through the supply chain on textiles and bring it
Right.
to customers so you can, use it in your day-to-day as well with your clients, right?
100%. And
Yeah.
our clients, pretty much think in one perspective how we think. Like, we ordered it, you should just have it.
Right. Of course.
And then that's what they think of us. And
Yeah.
so when we can combine, the challenges of just getting product in at a reasonable, consistent price with their affinity to lose a lot of it or throw it away or give it away,
Right.
it's a great conversation starter why it's so important to get everything back to the laundry, because it's just not that easy. There's so many variables to get it replaced.
The unsung hero industry is what we are,
Yes,
right?
yeah,
There you go.
100% have been forever.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us on
Thank
Behind
you.
the Seams,
Thanks.
Liz. Have a great show, and we'll see you again soon.
All right, thanks for
thank
talking
you,
to
Liz.
me. Thank you.
Here in Orlando at the Clean Show. And today, sitting down with Vicky Vessey from TCS. Vicky, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you very much.
What do you think? What do you think of our setup here?
This is amazing.
Yeah?
It looks great. You guys did A lot of work.
We're taking the show on the road, so.
Yes, you are.
So thanks for joining us. So how do you like the show so far? I know we're really at the beginning, but have you seen anything mind-blowing yet?
You know, it's just catching up with people right now. When you first
Okay.
get there, you gotta say hi to everybody, and
Right.
then you gotta get serious and looking at stuff. So,
Aha.
yeah.
So you're having fun still.
Still having fun,
All right,
yes.
that's good.
I have an agenda, certain things I have to look at throughout the time. But
Really? So you're looking for like automation, those ideas, or
Yeah.
some innovative textiles maybe?
Automation a little bit,
Automation,
yes. Yeah,
okay.
a little bit. We're looking at getting some new equipment.
Okay.
After last year's big adventure, we want to
Right.
get some smaller equipment.
Yeah, you
now.
have a lot of things going on there at TCS.
Yeah,
How's
yeah.
that? Everything settled
it's,
now?
It's all
Yeah?
going great now,
Okay.
yes. Thanks to George Courey in helping us.
Oh, great. I'm happy we were able to help. So let's talk a little bit about that, our relationship. So TCS is a valued customer. And so why is it that you buy from George Courey, if I could be so bold?
Well, you know, it's one person that started it, Austin. When he
Okay.
came on board, he was amazing. He just wouldn't let up, and we told him just keep
Relentless.
coming back, give us a time, give us
Uh-huh.
a minute, and he just kept being there. And when we had a need, he was able to fill it.
Okay.
Not just him, but George Courey, obviously.
Nice.
And you guys have been filling in ever since.
Okay.
And I think we've expanded what we've bought from you, and we're very happy with it all.
So we like to say that. We like to talk to clients and say, okay, give us your hardest project and let us hit it out of the park for you. And then we'll take things from there. Is that kind of how this went down?
100%.
Okay.
We had products that we couldn't get from anybody else,
Mm-hmm.
and Austin took samples. You guys built it. We went through the process, and now you're our sole supplier of
Oh,
certain
that's
things.
awesome.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's so great to hear.
Yeah.
So if you had to sum it up in like one word, what you love most about dealing with George Courey?
You know, there's a lot of things in one word, but I would say the biggest one.
Good looking? No? That's...
Maybe. Well, you have some good-looking people.
Oh,
Yes,
thank
I
you very
agree with
much.
that. But I would say it's your sustainability of helping people come through, and just exceptional customer service, exceptional products,
Right.
exceptional a lot of things.
Right. We talk about that a lot because a lot of our wonderful competitors, we have very similar products. But what sets us apart is the service and just making
Yes.
sure that you guys feel confident in dealing with us, that you're going to get the stuff when you need it, at the price you need it, and the quality that you deserve,
Yeah.
right?
Even Court, when I talk to Court, he's
Yeah.
awesome too. But you know, it is when you call, they call back.
Okay.
Or they answer.
There you go.
You know, that's a big thing these days because a lot of people don't call back and
right.
don't answer.
Oh, that's so
it's
fun.
a service that's kind of gotten away with. You know, the
Nice.
little phone thing happens, but you
Yeah.
guys are great.
Oh, that's so great to hear. And so we're just getting started, but is there any like trends that you've been hearing at the show so far?
You know, I think, honestly, I don't know of any trends, but I
Okay.
would say more, it's just looking for automation, looking
Automation.
for the new, not that they're going to buy right now because it's all new,
Uh-huh.
but I think everybody's curious.
Okay.
What's new? What's
Right.
what's coming up? What can we do to improve things
Okay.
in the future?
That's awesome. Well, listen, Vicky, thank you for joining us behind
You're
the
welcome.
scenes, and have a great show. And
I will.
and
Thank
thank you
you.
for being a valued client.
Thank you for being who you guys are. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Vicky.
Yeah, thank you.
Everybody, we're here at the Clean Show today from Behind the Seams with George Courey. We have Laura Waldman. Laura, welcome to Behind the Seams with George Courey. How are you doing today?
Thanks, Matt. Good to be here.
Good to be here. When
Yeah.
did you guys get into town?
I actually came in Thursday, and I got to miss all of the weather that kind of messed up people's travel plans yesterday. But
it's been pretty
I'll
crazy.
be here all week, so
yeah,
I'm
it's been
looking
pretty
forward
crazy.
to it.
Actually, we've been hearing the thunder coming down.
I know
all day today
Yeah.
so far.
You're making me nervous.
That's
but
okay. That's okay. So why don't you introduce your company a little bit? What do you guys do?
Great. So I'm fourth generation owner of Superior Linen Service. We're based out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and we cover Oklahoma, Arkansas, southern Kansas, and Missouri.
Fantastic.
And we're primarily food and beverage laundry rental, but we
Okay.
do a significant portion of healthcare as well.
Oh, interesting. And what do you guys look for when you're partnering with a vendor? What are some of those key things that you're looking for?
We're, family business. We have a lot of long-term employees. For us, it has always been about the relationships.
Yeah,
You know,
relationships
people who-
are important, right?
Exactly. People who are willing to come in and see us, even if we're not buying today, come by, check in, and have that relationship for when we do need something in the future.
Absolutely. Like from our standpoint at George Courey, like we see it very much the same way. It's all about the relationships because
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of us who do similar things. Just like for you guys, you have a lot of
Exactly.
competition. There's no doubt
Exactly.
about it. And it's all about that level of detail that you give, solving problems, which is something that we think is really important as an organization.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's really, really cool. What are you looking to experience at the Clean Show?
At the Clean Show.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we're not actually shopping that much
Okay,
here,
fair
but
enough.
what we are doing is bringing in a lot of our folks, especially the next tier leadership, service, production, maintenance, people who don't always get the chance to get
Okay.
out in industry and meet folks. And so we're bringing a huge crew with us. Everyone's kind of
education.
staggered. Education,
Awesome.
networking, introductions, really building those relationships and getting folks introduced into the industry, especially for those who don't have as much chance to do that as I do.
Absolutely. It's interesting that you say that, because from my standpoint anyways, I think it's so important to have educated employees, right?
Yes.
And the more connected they are to our industry, the better they're going to
Exactly.
work for our companies at the end of the day, right? And
Exactly.
that's really important.
I agree.
Yeah.
And so one of the things I think is neat about our industry, we're a regional company.
Yeah.
We're mid-sized. We're not
Got
that
you.
big.
Yeah.
But there are so many other regionals that do similar things to us, but are not our competitors.
Got you.
And because of that, the industry is pretty open in terms of, we can compare notes a little bit. Like, what kind of equipment do you use? Or do you have any issues with this kind of thing or these suppliers or
Right.
whatever? And we get to compare notes that way because we have all of these relationships.
That's so cool.
And I think that's one of my favorite things about this industry.
That's really interesting. I completely agree with what you're saying. This industry is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And I love what we do. And thank you for joining us today on the podcast.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate
Yeah,
that.
appreciate it. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having me.
Yeah, you got it. We are here at the Clean Show with none other than the legend, Ron Seaman. Ron
thank
Seaman,
you.
welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
How you doing today?
I'm doing really well. How are you?
Very good, thank you. So why don't you introduce ourselves for the viewers that don't know who you are?
I'm Ron Seaman. I work with Florida Linen Services in Pompano, Florida.
Okay, and how long have you been in this industry?
I've been in the industry since 1972.
1972.
72, yeah.
So like a long
Just a couple
time.
of years,
For
yeah.
most people, that's a
Yeah.
very long time.
It is.
Okay, and you have actually a unique background. So today you are out of Florida, but you didn't start in Florida, did you?
No, I actually started in England.
In England?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back in the 70s. Then moved to Canada. I was
Okay.
in Canada for 27 years.
Wow.
And then came down to the
Always
US.
in this industry?
Pretty much.
Okay.
I worked for Club Med for a little bit.
Okay.
Teaching
We
sales.
won't ask you questions. We won't ask you questions about that period of time of your life.
No, don't ask.
But been in this industry for a long time.
Yeah.
And we really respect that. You have a lot of information that I'm sure you're kind of bringing down into your organization. What are some of those things that you look for, Ron, in a vendor when you're going out and you're experiencing the Clean Show? What are some of those things that you're looking for when you're walking down the aisles?
Well, actually, that's a good question. I think one of the things is, a company you can trust.
Sure.
That you have reliability. They say they're going to deliver. We get the goods.
Yeah.
People who you enjoy doing business with. You know,
Okay.
some people have good products, but it's tough to deal with. So
Absolutely.
it's nice to have a group of people that you can
That you enjoy spending
Enjoy,
time with
right?
and
And,
can have a little bit of fun with.
have a little bit of fun.
We're very lucky to call ourselves partners of your organization,
Yes,
of
we-
Florida Linen Services.
Actually,
Well,
I think
yeah.
we started doing business with you. I think it was at the Atlanta, one of the laundry shows we met up.
Exactly.
And,
And kinda
created
hit
the
it off.
contact, and we've
Yeah.
actually done quite a bit of business since then.
We
And
have. And what do you, can I ask, Ron, if you'd be so kind, what do you appreciate about the service that you get from George Courey?
Actually, several things. One, our representative is very knowledgeable.
Okay.
He understands the textiles well. He's got a strong background, so we talk about different products.
Sure.
He can apply, his knowledge to, this product will
Right.
work well.
Or
thread
won't,
counts,
or whatever,
yeah.
or whatever it is. Okay.
I'll give you an example. We were looking for a patient gown that would last and didn't deteriorate over the wash,
Sure.
and you guys came up with a 100% poly gown that
That's right.
we've been buying for I guess 5 years
Yeah.
now. It's been a fantastic product, and
Wonderful.
been really a strong piece of linen for us in our
I
business.
appreciate you sharing that, Ron, because that is a little bit of the way we do it. We like to build
Yeah.
strong relationships with customers, and we like to deliver on the promises we make, because I think that's really important, right?
And actually too, I think from a delivery point, we'll place an order. We can get it the next day
That's
with your warehouse location.
That's right.
So that's been a pretty fantastic
Great.
addition too.
Absolutely. And I have just one more question for you, because I know we're
Okay.
taking up your time that you're supposed to
No
be spending
problem.
walking the aisles. But industry-wise, with the amount of experience you have, what do you see happening in the industry over the next few years? Do you see any changes or anything that's going on, in your opinion, that you really think the market is shifting to? Just on any topic. Yeah.
Actually, it's interesting. before I came, my wife said, "Oh, do you think there'll be any robots?" I said, "No, there won't
Okay.
be robots." We walk in, and there's 2 robots, arms moving linen about. So
it's really nuts.
game changer.
Game
right?
changer.
So, we're probably slow compared to automotive and other industry, but
Well, it's
happening.
funny. It's funny you say that. I was just in Los Angeles with my family, and can I not? I swear to God, you had robots on the streets delivering
No
Uber
kidding.
food
Really?
by itself. Autonomous robots going
Wow.
by. I cannot imagine where our industry is going to be in the next 5 to 10 years, and I
Yeah.
think you absolutely are going to see some of that technology move in.
And I think it's necessary, particularly in areas like the soil sorting and some
Yeah.
of the jobs it's hard to get people to stick at. And I think it's great. And actually walking around, I see a few young people coming in,
That's right.
which has been lacking. So that's nice to see.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, Ron, listen, I really appreciate your insights today. Thank you so much.
we
almost lost our microphones there. I'm glad we did that, but thank you so
we
much.
appreciate all your support and
Thank you.
help. Thank you.